Hey guys, it's Skylar Lambert. We're going to go ahead and wait a few minutes for everybody to get on. We don't have any viewers yet, so I'm going to give it a couple minutes and I will be right back. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started and just dive right into this, you guys. I am super excited. I just got back from conference and it was life-changing as always. We all had such a great time, and if you weren't able to go, you have to get there next year. You have to get to any corporate event because it just gets you so inspired. I took a lot of notes while I was there, and I wanted to share with you guys some things that I learned. Something that I do want to tell you is you're never above learning, and you need to be learning all the time, whether it's self-development or just learning from your sideline friends or upline, whatever. Learning is the key to this business. You always want to be learning. So I actually got up in the middle of conference because I had this tiny little notepad and I could not write that small. And I went to the work store and got one of these notebooks. So that I could keep track of everything that I was learning. And I just got super inspired while I was sitting there listening to some of these people. The thing that inspired me the most was when they started talking about the wrap party, because I used to do all kinds of wrap parties. And while I was sitting there thinking about my business and just the things that I've struggled with this year, I just really realized that I needed to get back to the basics. And for me, the basics was having wrap parties. I think that social media is a wonderful tool, and I think that you can either use social media as a wonderful platform to launch your business, or you can use it as a crutch. And when we use social media as a crutch, it tends to kind of put a damper on our business. We don't get that FaceTime with people that we used to. We don't get to, just people don't get to hear our passion and our excitement about the products and the opportunity. And when I was personally going diamond, I remember my very first conference was in 2013. I had been in the business since June of 2012, and I barely missed my good bonus. I was sitting at Emerald from, I think I went Emerald in August, but I was trying to go Diamond to get that good bonus, and I missed it. So that next conference in January, Mark brought back the good bonus, and I knew I had to get it. And the way that I did that was having wrap parties. So I want you guys to get out a notepad or something to write on and get a pen or a pencil, whatever, so that I can give you guys some tips. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of run through a wrap party. What does a wrap party look like? How do you have a wrap party, etc.? So the first thing I did when I left conference was I was thinking in my head, I have to book parties, because parties get you people. They get you in front of people. They help you network. You might have a party for your aunt, and you go over to her house and she has 6 people there that you've never met. And then you might book a party with those people, and those people have, 6 more people that you've never met. So parties are just like a great way to network. And so the way that I did this was I got really crazy one day, and I just got on my Facebook and decided, hey, I'm going to message as many people as I can today. And I didn't message my close friends because my close friends really wanted nothing to do with this business, and I wasn't going to be pushy. I started reaching out to people that were more like acquaintances, people like somebody I went to high school with that I sat behind in math class, or somebody I was in show choir with, or somebody I cheered with, or somebody I met at a restaurant, just anything like that. Any person that I was kind of an acquaintance with, I messaged them. I think I messaged about 100 people, 60 to 100 people that day. And this is what I did. I said, hey, can you do me a favor? And that's all I said. I didn't say anything else. I did not tell them what the favor was. I didn't do anything like that. I just said, hey, can you do me a favor? And of course they wrote me back, because they wanted to know what the favor was. They wanted to know what was going on that I needed them. So they always wrote back. I never had a single person that didn't respond to me. And their response was usually something like, yeah, sure, what is it? Or maybe it just depends what it is. And I said, I am doing a wrap party challenge with my team, and I'm trying to get in front of some new people. So would you be willing to have a few friends over to try a wrap, and I will wrap you for free? And their response was either, no, not right now, or usually, yeah, sure, I'd love to. And I always made sure I told them, you're not obligated to purchase anything from me, because I really didn't care if they became a customer. I wanted to be exposed to their people, and I knew that if I could get in front of them, they probably would become a customer, just, you know, hearing my story and all that, or become a distributor. So I had my calendar in front of me this whole day that I was doing this, and it started filling up so fast. I booked 32 parties in one day. I'm not even kidding. So I literally filled up my calendar for 3 months. And I had 2 to 4 parties every single week. I was partying like crazy. And I know that it was like kind of a crazy time for my family because I was gone in the evenings a lot. But, you know, sacrificing 3 hours for my family to go diamond and get a $10,000 bonus was totally fine for a couple months, you know. There were days that I would have 2 wrap parties in one day on the weekend, or, you know, I'd have a party on a Wednesday and another party on a Thursday. You just have to make it work for your schedule and decide that you're going to do it, because those good bonuses are going to go away sometime this year. And we want to make sure that you're taking full advantage of this time right now, because this is momentum time, you guys. So anyways, I was like just super pumped that I booked 32 parties. And I remember calling my mom freaking out like, oh my gosh, I have 32 parties. What am I going to do? And I started hosting them, and it was so easy. I just kept it so simple. So I strongly encourage you to try that little trick that we did. Hey, will you do me a favor? That's all you say. It's super easy, and they're always going to respond to you. And if they say no, it's okay. If they don't ever write back after that, it's okay. But you will book parties like crazy. So tomorrow, do that. Message like 100 people. I promise you, you won't regret it. And by the end of the night, you're not going to be scared to do a party. So it'll be like, you know, you'll be totally confident to do them. So let's see. Let's get down to business here. Okay, so when you start the party, you want to get the party started. So before you go to the party, I want to show you what you would bring to the party. So let's pretend I'm just sitting in my office getting ready for this party. This is my bag. This is my wrap bag. And all I'm going to take in this wrap bag is a few things. You are only taking one bag. You are not walking in there with a suitcase of stuff like, you know, some people with other businesses do. They have to come in with a big display. We're not doing that. We are absolutely not doing that. You are taking one bag. One. That's all you're allowed. Okay, so in this bag, you're going to have your wrap cash jar. You may not even have one of these fancy jars. I used to just use a regular jar, and I like decorated it with some like green poofy paint, and it was cute. It was fun. You're going to take wraps, obviously. Do not forget your wraps. Most important part. If you forget your wraps, you are not having a wrap party. You take your fab wrap or saran wrap. If you want to use saran wrap, you don't want to waste your fab wrap, that's totally fine. I'm kind of cheap sometimes, and I do take saran wrap. You're going to take product catalogs, enough for every single person there. And what I do beforehand is inside the product catalog, I put a loyal customer form and a distributor form in there, just so that everybody has one, and then I can hand them out to people and not have to sort through it in front of all them. These, I always take a folder of extra loyal customers and distributor forms. I take my agenda because I want to schedule parties at this party, so I'll do fun things like contests and whatever to book parties. You always want to take advantage of being in front of those new people and telling them that they can wrap for free if they have a party. And then if you want to, you can sample things or you can do demos. Some people like to do the fat fighter demo. You crush up 2 fat fighters. You take some oil in like a little Tupperware container, and you pour it in a cup, and then you put the fat fighters in there. It grabs the fat from the top of the glass, you know, that whole spiel. Some people like to sample wow. I wouldn't go crazy and take a bunch of stuff. What I usually say is bring the fat fighters and one of your favorite products and defining gel. Defining gel, we talk about this in the party pad, so I always bring this so that people can smell it and feel it and just kind of get familiar with it. And then, like I said, I take one of my favorite products every single time, and that's the stretch mark cream, because there's always moms there with stretch marks, and they always want to get rid of them. This is the stretch mark eraser. I talk about it every single time, and I sell a lot of stretch mark cream. So that's all. That is all you're allowed to take to a wrap party. Do not fill your bag with every single product that you have. Do not fill your bag with every bit of information, every single pamphlet that you have. All you need, oh yeah, you do need this. This is really important too, your party pad. Don't forget this. Wraps, party pad, you have a party. If you don't have wraps and a party pad, you don't have a party. So take your party pad. But yes, that's all you need. Do not, just keep it simple. Do not take your tablecloth. If I ever catch you guys with a tablecloth at a party, I'm coming after you. Just kidding. But seriously, I'm really not kidding. Don't take tablecloths and don't set up tables. Tell your guests that no food, they don't need food, no alcohol, you just want water. Wear comfy clothes. It's super simple, and you want them to see how simple it is. So when you're getting the party started, you're going to walk in the door, introduce yourself to everybody. You don't want to talk yourself up. I am a presidential diamond. I'm in top 100 of this company, and I'm not going to walk in there and say, hi, my name's Skylar Lambert, and I make a monthly average of blah, blah, blah. I'm a presidential diamond, and I blah, 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 blah. I'm not doing that. I'm literally Skylar from good old Greenwood, Indiana. I'm not going to go into detail about anything like that because you don't want people to feel like they can't do what you're doing. So just be yourself. Be very personable. Just be fun. Be your fun, normal self. If you're shy, be your shy, normal self. Just be you. Okay, so you're going to walk in. You're going to hand out the customer forms, the distributor forms that are inside the pamphlets. You're going to hand that all in one packet to each person. And then I just say, hey, guys, whoever wants to wrap, go ahead and bring your wrap cash and your cell phone back to the room, the wrap room. I'm going to go back there and get ready right now, and I'll come back out and get the first person who's ready to wrap. And sometimes you'll get people that are like, well, what is this? And I'm always like, we're going to go over this. I'm going to tell you all about it. But for now, I can tell you that it's a site-specific applicator that tightens, tones, and firms anywhere from the chin down. It has a botanically based gel on it, and that's kind of how it works. The gel just kind of works with your skin, tightens it up. So if you guys want to try it, it's $25. Bring your $25 back to the wrap room, and then bring your cell phone. So they always do. And at this time, I haven't done this yet because it's a brand new app and I haven't had a party yet, but we have a brand new app that just came out at conference. The way that you download this app, it's called apps.itworks.com. So that's apps.itworks.com. And I'm going to open this app up and show you kind of what it looks like. It's frozen. Hold on. Okay. So it says, this is totally backwards, but it says, already have a wrap? Yes, let's wrap. Or no, give me one. So I'm going to click yes, let's wrap. Then it's going to say, let's take your before picture. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, here's my before picture. Okay. Let's take your side picture. Okay, side picture. I feel like such a nerd doing this. Okay, so it's going to give you instructions step by step on how to use the wrap. So you're literally sending them out with instructions, even though they already have the wrap on them, but it gives them a cool little video to watch. Then once you're wrapped, it says, okay, I'm wrapped, and you click this button, and it starts this timer. So you have a timer for 45 minutes set on your phone. And the cool thing about this is you can click out of this app and go to Facebook or do other things, and it will send you like this sound when it's time to take the wrap off. That's like a person whistling. I really suck at whistling, but I'm gonna try to do it. That's what it does. That's what it does when you're done. So I think that's really cool. Also, it sends you another notification in 72 hours to take another after picture. So I just think that's really cool. So my phone will probably go off in 45 minutes, which is fine. But I'm going to start sending them out with this app so that they, can just kind of have something to hold on to. So you've got them wrapped. You don't want to wrap too tight. Remember that. Don't wrap them so tight that it rolls up their back. Give them a bottle of water. Explain to them that they need to be drinking. And then while you're in the wrap room also and you're wrapping them, you want to make sure that you're connecting with your guests and you're asking them questions and building that relationship, because this is your one-on-one time with them. And even though it's only a few minutes, people still appreciate that relationship that you've built within that few minutes. So make sure that you're just finding out more about them. Do you have any kids? What's your problem area? What do you want to work on? That kind of thing. Just kind of feel it out. And that is the room that you're going to figure out if they're going to be a potential distributor or a potential customer. So just build relationships in the wrap room. So when you come out from the wrap room and you've got everybody wrapped, you're going to bring your cash jar with you. You're also going to bring your party pad and your products that you're wanting to show. So I'm going to set this out for everybody to see. Set it over here. So everybody can see that there's lots of money in here. I want people to be like, oh my gosh, she just made like $200 in an hour. That's what I want people to see. So when you do the presentation, like I said, you're just going to be very normal. You're not going to set up a huge display. You're going to keep it simple. Bring out your wrap cash. And you're going to go through your party pad. And if you don't know how to do a party pad presentation, I strongly encourage that you get on Cami Dempsey's YouTube channel and watch her party pad presentation, because it just keeps it very simple. We do have brand new party pad notes in the document section of your eSuite, so make sure you jot that down. Go in there, print those out. You can cut them out. You can paste them in. And literally all you do is read. You do not venture from the party pad. You keep it simple. You can memorize it if you want. You can just read it word for word if you want. It doesn't really matter. As long as you get the point across, this is all you do. So I'm reading my party pad, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because a lot of you have already seen the party pad. And if you haven't, it's so easy, you guys. You literally just read it. And plus I don't have the new notes. I'm going to go ahead and admit that. I'm going to print them off after I'm done. So you follow the notes. You're going to highlight the special products that you love. Like I love the Stretch Mark Cream. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to talk about the Fat Fighters. I'm going to talk about the new system and the new products that we have in the system. I'm going to talk about the defining gel and the greens and just like the main ones. I'm not going to go into huge detail. I'm not going to say anything that isn't compliant. I'm going to just stick to the basics. You don't want to do that. So just stick to the basics. We're going to talk about the opportunity, and I'm not going to say, oh my gosh, I'm in this picture, because it freaks people out. Trust me. I thought I was cool one day and I'm like, yeah, I'm actually in this picture. And everyone's like, they get all scared. I'm telling you. Okay. So I go through this, talk about joining the party, qualifying, boosting, earning, all that good stuff. Talk about this is the steps to success, by the way, you guys. You should be doing this every single month. Step 2, wrap rewards. Step 3, go Ruby. I talk about this, how easy it is to just follow these steps every month. And then I talk about being in the profit zone and how easy it is. So when you sign up to be a distributor, there's certain ways that you can make money. You are building a residual income that is a lasting income that just keeps coming. But while you're building that, our company gives you a way to earn quick cash too, so that you're not just working really hard to build this residual income that is taking a long time to get to the point where you can survive on it. So we've got wrap cash. I talk about the wrap rewards. For every 2 loyal customers you get a $25 wrap reward. That's $75 in your pocket. After you get 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, you get $200 or $120 in free product, which equals 2 boxes of wraps, which is another $200 cash in your pocket. So I just kind of like lay it out there for them so they can see that they can make a lot of money in the very beginning of this company. I also tell them that they get $100 fast start bonuses for helping new team members get started. And then we talk about the residual income some more. So when you're doing that, when you're telling the opportunity to, it's really important that you tell your story. And if you don't have a story yet, if you're like, well, my story's not cool yet, it doesn't matter. You still have a story that's being written. So you're going to share with them your goals. When I first started, I used to share Stephanie Dunn's story because she was my mentor and I really looked up to her, and I really wanted people to kind of feel that I knew I could do what she was doing. So I would share her story, and then I would say, my husband and I are really struggling financially, and this company is now helping put gas in my gas tank, or it's now paying for my groceries, or it's paying my electric bill. And these are just like small achievements for some, but for me this is really huge, because a month ago I couldn't even afford to pay for my groceries. I was on food stamps, just things like that. And when you are vulnerable with people, they really their ears perk up and they listen. They understand and they sympathize for you, but they also can relate to you. So make sure that you're telling your story. That is a very, very important part. Okay. Do a contest. So a lot of people do Facebook contests and they say whoever gets the most likes on a status that I'm tagged in, you make them tag you, gets a prize, and you can give away a free facial wrap, or you can, give a couple packets of greens away, whatever you want to do. That helps get you more social media exposure so that you can keep in contact with these people and they're watching you. And maybe if they don't sign up tonight, they're going to sign up later. So make sure you do cool little incentives like that. I also do an incentive. If you book a party tonight, you'll get a free wrap the day of your party, but I'll also give you a sample of, greens or whatever. Greens shoes. Wow, you can do whatever you want. So after we get done with the presentation usually lasts only about 15 minutes, you guys. I do not mess around when it comes to the party pad. I want to get to the point, and then when I'm done, I want to be there for people to ask me questions. I always say, does anybody have any questions? If anybody doesn't, you guys can go ahead and take that loyal customer form out and that distributor form out and fill it out, whichever one you want to be. You can either be a loyal or a distributor. And also, some people actually have them fill out the loyal customer form beforehand so that they can pick 3 products that they would want to try, which is really cool because if they have 3 products they want to try, they're going to become a loyal because they have 1 product for each month. So when you go back into your wrap room, you're going to unwrap them, you're going to take their after picture, and you're going to be excited. Like, I want you to take that wrap off and be so excited. You look like you're about to fall over because you're so excited. All results are great results with a wrap, and people love when you get excited for them. So take that wrap off and say, oh my gosh, girl, you have to see this. Look at this picture. You have awesome skin now around your belly button, or this completely lifted this part of your stomach up. Just be excited and help point out those small details that they might not see. And then also, let me see here. A lot of people like to say, become a loyal customer and you can make me money. Become a distributor and you can make yourself money. So write that down, because I think that I took a note on that, and that's like a really good thing to say that I'm going to try, because it's totally true. You can become my customer. You can make me some money. You can be on these products and pay for your products, or you can become a distributor, make yourself money, and end up not paying for your products because you're profiting. So parties, they don't just get you to whatever rank you want to be at, they keep you there. If you are consistently doing a couple parties every week, you're going to stay at your rank. You're not going to be facing the winter months and falling apart and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not maintaining my rank. Parties are just a great way to do that, because you can leave with 4 or 5 loyal customers in one night. And like I said, you get exposed to so many new people. Personally, parties are the way that I have built my business. I think that more people in my personal business have been introduced to parties than anybody. Like I have a really good, I have a good response with social media, but I use that as my platform. Like I said before, I like to get those people off the social media platform and into a room, or having FaceTime with them, or just having a party, because I just feel like that is where they can see my passion. And I love to be able to tell people my story, and I love for people to know that I'm a real person and I'm not just sitting behind a computer. So if you are intimidated by having a party, I'm telling you, it's seriously it's the most easiest way to get customers and distributors. And I would not be where I am today if it weren't for parties. I forgot to tell you guys the end of my story that I was telling earlier. I went diamond in March after conference. So it was January during conference. I was diamond by March. The next month I went double diamond. And I know that I would not have done that if it wasn't for having wrap parties. The same thing the following year, I went back to the basics, started having wrap parties. I went triple diamond in March, and then I went presidential in April. So I double promoted each year because I was doing wrap parties. So I truly, truly believe that if you start having parties and you stop being so intimidated by getting away from the computer screen and you get out there and meet people, it's going to be a complete game changer for your business. And if you need to see an actual party take place, go to Cami Dempsey's YouTube page. Like I said before, she has the party pad video. That's just her talking about the party pad. It's like 3 minutes long. And then she has tons of videos of her doing parties, and they're so easy, you guys. You don't need to make a big deal about it. It's seriously so simple. Okay, so another thing is, if you have a new distributor and they have not had a launch party yet, shame on you. Get them launched, you guys. They need a launch. If you don't launch them, they're never going to get off the ground. And I literally, I try so hard to get people to have launch parties. If they tell me no, I'm literally like, okay, well, you have to. You have to have a launch party. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If they get scared and they don't want to have a launch party, I call it a practice party. We're going to practice with your family and friends. So invite your family and friends over. If they want to try wrap, it's $25. Kind of takes the pressure off. You want to make it seem as simple as possible to them and let them know that you're going to host this party for them in the beginning. If they're not local to you, they can totally do this on their own. It's not hard, but to take some of the pressure off, I always say, I'm hosting this party for you. I'm going to do all the work. I want you to follow me around and be my little shadow, and you're going to learn everything. And sometimes I'll let them wrap some people. But I just try to get them to take mental notes of everything that I do so that they can do the next one. If they're not confident enough to do the next one, I might go to a few parties with them if they're local. But for the most part, it's so easy that they can do it from the very beginning. If people are out of state, I always tell them, if you want to have a launch party, I will FaceTime in, or you can Skype me in, or Zoom me in, or Google Hangout me in, whatever, FaceTime me in, any kind of way you need me to be there, I will be there. But it is still so easy to have a party that you could do this without me. You want them to be successful in this business, but there's enough information out there on YouTube and in our training videos and things like I'm doing right now that anybody can do a party. You don't even need to be trained. Me and my mom weren't trained on how to do a party. Our first party that we had before we signed up, the people that we signed up under didn't really know much about the products yet. They had just signed up too, so they came in with a big thing of water and they wrapped us and they left. They didn't know, they needed to talk to us, and we didn't sign up right away. And it's super easy. The tools are out there, you guys. You just have to make an effort and take the initiative and learn this stuff. It's so easy. I did want to talk about first. Hold on, let me not go there yet. At the party, a lot of people are diffusing oils to kind of get that aroma in people's noses, I guess, because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I love that smell. What is that? And you're like, oh, that's my boom oil. Another tip I got from someone is to laminate your catalogs so you don't have to keep handing them out. If you only have a few, laminate these and hand them out. And if somebody wants to keep one, you can give them one. But I thought that was a really good idea. Okay, Facebook parties. I'm not a pro at Facebook parties. I'm just going to go ahead and admit that I am not. I do want to start doing one team Facebook party a month, but they're a little intimidating for me, and I've done probably 5 or 6 of them, but it's just not my thing. My thing is face-to-face parties, and I'm a firm believer on do what you're good at and stick with it. Because when you start trying to figure out new ways to do things, it always seems to not work. Some people are good at Instagram. Some people are good at Facebook. Some people are good at Facebook parties. Some people are good at real parties. Some people, people just have different ways of doing things, and I want to stick with the way that works for me. I am not opposed to trying new things. I will try new things, but I'm not going to over-exhaust myself or feel bummed out if I'm not very good at it. But Facebook parties are wonderful. So if you want to try them, if you think that's your thing, we can work on those together. I will learn the ropes with you. But this is what I know about Facebook parties. You have a party pad presentation that is inside of a PowerPoint on your computer, and you literally copy and paste the pictures with the words from the PowerPoint onto a post in an event. So you create this event ahead of time, you invite people to it, and then at the time of the party, you start copy and pasting the pictures and the verbiage onto the event. I usually do it in 2 to 3 minute intervals just so that people have time to read it or do whatever it says. A lot of people do contests, like for a free wrap. That's cool. People like that. But some of these tips I got at conference I wanted to share with you. One thing is that I heard someone say was they do one team one a month. And the reason why is because when you start doing them every week or a couple times a week and you start inviting all these people, they start getting annoyed that you're inviting them to something every single week. Also, they're only allowing 10 people per distributor to come to these parties. So if I'm a distributor and I'm coming to the party, I'm only inviting 10 guests. They're contacting these guests. They're not just inviting everybody on their Facebook. They're actually contacting people and saying, hey, I'm having an online online wrap party. Would you like to come? You can earn a free wrap. And you don't have to leave your house or anything. It's just a cool way to find out about the products, and you get entered in a free drawing. They're getting the yes before they add them to the group. So it's not like 500,000 people are going to this wrap party. It's literally only the specific people that you've reached out to and got a yes from that you're inviting. So I think that's cool. I think that takes the pressure off of it. You don't got all these random people that are chiming in, and sometimes you get these trolls that come on and start bashing your business, and then you're scrambling around trying to post all this stuff. It's also good to not do it by yourself and to do it with a friend or something so that one person can answer questions while the other person is posting. Those are some just basic Facebook party tips. I'm not a Facebook party pro, but I'm willing to learn with you if you're willing to learn with me. Another thing is one team, one missions they talked about. I think that people make such a big deal about one team, one missions, and really a one team, one mission is anytime you're using the party pad. And the rule is you can't have a one team, one mission if you're not triple diamond and above. But here's what a one team, one mission is. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to learn about the products. It's an opportunity to wrap. It's an opportunity to learn about the opportunity. So anybody can do that. Anybody can literally have a wrap party. So I'm starting to try to get people to do these opportunity meetings. We're not going to call them one team, one missions. We're going to call them opportunity meetings or make some kind of fun name up. And every Wednesday or every other Wednesday or once a month, we're going to have one of these in an apartment building, or we're going to have one at so-and-so's house or whatever. I'm going to start doing these all over because I think that my team needs to have one central place to go to invite people so that we can do the opportunity. And I'm not going to make a huge deal about it. I'm not going to have like a big hotel room or anything like that. We might do a couple of those this year, but I want you to know that you don't have to be a triple diamond to present the opportunity to people. You can be anything. I used to have these kinds of meetings at my church, at the church that we had meetings at. We would say bring potentials, and we would go through the party pad and we would help them get signed up. So some people call them wrapping Wednesdays. Some people just make up fun names for them. Basically, just get it out there. Get people to these meetings. If you're a Ruby and you have a team and your team has potentials, get them all in the same room. That's all a one team, one mission is, you guys. A one team, one mission is not a training. It is not something that you go to get your cup filled. You're not going to go there and get any new information. You're not going to learn anything. You're going to watch them do the party pad and inspire people. And if you get inspired in the process, that's wonderful. But one team, one missions, the purpose of a one team, one mission is to help people see the opportunity and take it. So let's just start doing them over and over. If you're a Ruby, if you're an executive, let's start doing them. Just start having them at your house. Hey guys, you can come over tonight or tomorrow night. I'm having an opportunity meeting. Call your team. Hey, do you have any potentials? Come over tomorrow night. I'm having an opportunity meeting. If you need my help and I'm local to you, I would love to be there. If I'm not, I would love to FaceTime with you. You guys can contact me and ask me for help, whatever. Okay, so that is my party presentation for you guys. I have a Q&A. I don't really know how to work it. We're going to try. I'm going to ask you guys to submit some questions. They'll appear below. Thank you. Corey's bringing me chicken nuggets. Can I have some ketchup, please? This is the life of a pregnant woman right here. Gluten-free chicken nuggets. Okay.
What you want? Ketchup, barbecue sauce,
Ketchup.
honey mustard?
Okay, so I'm going to let you guys ask me questions for the next few minutes, and I will answer them. I don't know if you know how to do it. I've never done this before, so hopefully you guys can figure it out. There should be like a Q&A button where you can type. Thanks.
Here we go. Kids are in bed, so I'm gonna.
Okay. Anybody got a question, or am I just like sitting here about to feed my face? I don't know how to do this. Oh, I can draw. What is happening? Okay, I have a line sticking out of my head now. I don't know how to do the question, so if somebody could just figure it out and ask me a question, that would be great. I've got lines. You guys are really making me feel bored. Okay, we're not going to do the Q&A because I can't figure out how to work it. And now that I have lines off of my head, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. But I hope you guys enjoyed our Google Hangout tonight. I'm going to start doing these probably weekly, just trying to find different topics to cover. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you all have a fantastic evening. And if you guys have questions, you can go ahead and contact me on Facebook, or if you have my cell phone number, you can contact me on there. I would love to answer all your party questions. So have a fantabulous evening.